My 25F dad, 60 meters, said he's glad I have acne scars because it keeps boys away. Now parents want me to forgive them. In my teens and early 20s, I had terrible cystic acne that left tons of scarring on my face. Various treatments are getting it better, but I'm still working on it. I've also never dated. I would say not because of my skin. My parents had no dating rules for me during my isolated, homeschooled high school years, and no sex prohibitions while I lived at home during college and after graduation. Basically no dating life allowed. My parents are loving, but I've long known they've had, at the very least, anxieties about me being involved with guys. Anyway, I was bemoaning my acne scars in the mirror and my dad overheard. We're all in the same hotel room on vacation, and he was saying, "Oh, don't worry," and jokingly said while walking away, "Great for keeping the guys away." It was a major slip and my mom nudged him and he apologized. But it just confirmed what I think my parents have probably thought for a long time. So, I won't accept his apology. I didn't even make a grandstand like, I'm not accepting. I just didn't respond when he did. It's more than just this moment. Just a build-up of control I've been realizing a lot over the past year. Now I feel like I'm ruining the family vacation. Mood is different. My mom says I should just get over it. I need advice on how to proceed from this situation. TL. Dr. My overprotective dad made a joke that my acne scars keep guys away and my refusal to abet his apologies is kind of souring the family vacation. My friend 27 meters keeps asking to visit with me, 27F, after I said no. TL. Dr. My platonic friend with Asperger's continually asks me to visit. I live an hour away. Am working 2 jobs. Am currently summoned in court case. And am providing end-of-life care for a family member. Unfortunately, this is not a new issue in our relationship. The court case has limited my time for several years. And I had to provide end-of-life care to my father in 2019 where I was several states away and could not visit. I have explained the circumstances to him multiple times. I have almost no time to care for myself. And I mean basic things like taking a shower, doing laundry and making food. When I have a day off, I am so exhausted I don't want to hang out. I have told him that I will let him know when I have free time coming up. And in the past year, I have, and was able to visit several times. I have spent more time with him in the past 5 years than I have with any other friend. I don't know when I will be able to visit with him again. Things are changing week to week and I have little control over my schedule. I don't know how much time my family member has left. He had his mom call me to explain things to her, which I did. I have a good relationship with her. She understood, and I am sure she is reminding him when he brings it up. I have explained the same to him, but he persists. Every week, he asks me at least 3 times when he can see me. And every time, I remind him of what's going on and that I will make plans with him when I have time again. If I ask him why he thinks I haven't set up time, he remembers and recounts the reasons correctly, but always thinks there's a way to sneak a visit into my schedule. That I must have some time. I will remind him that I am using that time to care for myself and that I am not always in the mood to visit because of what's going on. Many other friends in his life have stopped talking to him. And I think this behavior is why. I have started dreading opening his texts and voicemails because he always makes it sound like I don't want to see him. I have said that to him and have challenged his behavior. And he will correct it for a time. But then goes back to asking over and over. I have codependency issues that I have been working on for years. But I find his messages very triggering. Where I feel guilty or like I owe something to him. He will compare me to another friend, who apparently has all this crazy stuff happening in his life but still spends time with him. The thing is, many of the things the friend says are obviously blatant lies. Like his sister was kidnapped and he had to rescue her from a den of drug dealers by holding them at gunpoint. I have pointed this out to him. So has his mother. He shrugs it off and will say something like, "At least he spends time with me." I don't know what to do. This is starting to make me feel upset and resentful. My 30F boyfriend, 32 meters, is unhappy and IDK what to do anymore. So I'm 30F on the phone with my boyfriend, 32 meters, of 10 years and he's telling me he's tired of doing mental gymnastics every day to try and feel happy when he never is and wants to end it. Today, he got mad with his brother and mother because they washed his already clean clothes after he washed them. Assuming they were dirty, he doesn't want them to baby him by doing his laundry and other upkeep for him but they practically insist on doing it for some strange reason. He is very angry that he's still living with his mom and brother at this age and wants more for us both. I want him to live with me but I'm still staying in my family home too that I share with my brother. 35 meters. Who just finished screaming and yelling at someone for being in our yard and chased them away with a gun he's not supposed to have as a convicted felon. My brother also has some mental issues made worse by drug use and no treatment. At the start of the year my boyfriend had a manic episode outside my house and I had to call the police and they took him in on an involuntary hold at the mental hospital for a few days. His father died that week. It's the only time in our 10-year relationship I thought he would hurt me. Then a few weeks later my brother had a mental crisis as well and I didn't call the police for him because my oldest brother said not to. I completely regret it. My brother has had several fits of anger for various reasons that resulted in property damage over the past 7 months. My mother, who remarried this year and is now living with her new husband, wants to put him out the house and they haven't spoken in weeks. I'm in therapy myself, because I have health insurance. My boyfriend went to 2 therapists over about 3 years and he says it didn't help him and he hates medication. He used to smoke weed but recently quit smoking and drinking because he didn't want to be dependent on weed anymore. I just wish he didn't overreact and get so angry to this point over things like this. I just don't know what to do or how to handle these situations. He say he doesn't want to have kids while depressed like this and he feels like he won't get better. I want to get married and start a family but that seems too far-fetched in this economy. I'm just not sure what steps I should take to better my situation. Logically I think most people will say end my relationship but I just can't imagine not having him in my life. I may be able to move out sometime this year and I feel a change of environment can help him. Or am I being naive? What other actions should I consider to try and turn this situation around? If I move I plan on keeping my brother at a distance and not dealing with his issues anymore. TL. Doctor. My boyfriend wants to give up on life and I don't know what to do about it and my brother is an unpredictable hothead. Sorry if this is the wrong subreddit, I'm still figuring out this platform and I'm a bit emotional. I. F17. Am afraid to tell my boyfriend. M17. And his best friend. M17. That I want to spend some time alone with my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I are now a couple for like 7 months and I really like his best friend. He's also one of my best friend. But always when I suggest something that I want to do with my boyfriend, he asked his best friend if he wanted to come. The lastest situation was today. I asked my boyfriend, over text, if he wanted to go to an amusement park together and sleep there. He called me and said that we should do that and asked if it's okay when his best friend would also come. I said that I don't care but of course I was disappointed again. He asked multiple times if it's okay and he wanted a clear answer but I didn't have the courage to tell them both that I don't want it. Because I don't want to hurt their feelings. And now I don't know what to do. Does anybody have some good tips for me? Boyfriend watches porn while having sex together. I am now together with my boyfriend for 1 month and we are dating for 6 months. I am 17 and he is 19. My ex-boyfriend was a real asshole. He abused me physically and especially mentally. He made me extremely insecure. At some point I was so insecure when someone said something about my appearance or something about what I am doing that I became super upset and couldn't sleep at all. I am over this and try my best. I am going to a psychologist and she really helped. My boyfriend knows everything and he said he would never do something like that. Sometimes when I am on my period he asks to watch porn together or if he can watch it so he comes more quick. But sometimes he asks it when I am not on my period. I told him I don't feel comfortable but still he asked me a few days ago. I was on my period and I gave him head. And he asked if he could watch porn. I said okay. But then he wanted to jerk off on the porn and I just literally began to cry. He said sorry and he said I am perfect and there is nothing wrong with me. He said he is addicted to porn and doesn't know how to stop. He said he is going to stop watching porn because he is just too addicted. He says he comes quicker when he watches it but he loves my body etc. It's just my ex had exact this problem and it feels as if there is something wrong with me. I think I need to work on my insecurities because another example is, I just bought new gym clothes. It was extremely expensive and worked hard for it. When I went to the gym with him, he didn't say anything about my outfit. And a few days later he said, why don't you buy the sports legging with those things? He showed me a picture. I really like it and it makes me really horny. Now every time we go to the gym and I see a girl with those things I am really insecure. I told him to buy it for me if he really likes it that much. I cry very fast since I am young actually. Sometimes he makes jokes but it's just not funny. For example about my shoes I just bought. He thinks they are really ugly and weird. Or another example, sometimes we walk past a girl with big boobs and he is like, big boobs haha, or something like that. Or he looks at another girl her ass. He says he feels limited when he is with me because he can't say everything he thinks because I will be mad. And it makes me sad that he can't be honest with me. So how do I work on these insecurities and is it normal that my boyfriend does this? TLDR. Boyfriend watches porn when he is with me and makes me really insecure.